is going down, world? Welcome to the 40s. I go by the name Black Pegasus, and today I'm checking out the Deftones, Change in the House of Flies. That title is kind of wild. I think of Lord of the Flies immediately. However, this intro came in eerie as hell, dog. That's eerie. So I don't know what it's about. I've never heard this song, never seen this video. Actually, the only thing I've ever heard from the Deftones ever was, what was it? I reacted to them. I think it was like 2 years ago. 2 years ago on this channel. Be quiet. Something about being quiet, I think. Yeah. Anyways, that's the only thing I've ever heard from the Deftones. Was my first time reaction to them on this channel. You can go check it out. I'm sure if you put Deftones Black Pegasus, you'll find it. So this is the second time I've ever even heard a song from the Deftones. But they've always kind of been critically acclaimed. I've always heard of the Deftones. So y'all have to fill me in the comments. But regardless, I'm here to check this out. Let me read this again. Change in the House of Flies. Yeah, that's the name of the song. Anyways, if you guys are here for it, like, share, comment, subscribe, and welcome back to the channel.
They tease him a lot, black peas on the spot. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. 40.
All right, let me get this logo down and pull the video up. Don't forget to support the original content on the channel. If you want to check out my other channel, Pegasus vs. the World, over there I've been doing movie reactions, but it's kind of experimental over there, so hey, rock with me or not. Over here is where you get the music and the music reactions. If you want access to these reactions early, there's a link in the description. It gives you early access. I try to update it every day, and there's a big catalog of reactions that haven't been released yet, so you can have some fun in there. Regardless, thank you guys for your support. Huge shout out to all of the members on the channel, and let's get this show moving. Before I do start, I'm watching this from the Deftones official YouTube channel. I would ask for you guys to go over there and watch this without me, because what I'm doing is not a substitute for the original. I'm not redistributing the music, none of that. I'm gonna hit pause, make some commentary, review it. However, it's important that you go support the original content in the way it was supposed to be supported, and listen to it all the way through from their platform. You can stream it, probably buy it, support the Deftones. Anyways, let's get it popping. Their name is fire. Deftones. Yeah, their name is fire. Deftones. All right, this is Change in the House of Flies. Let's see where this goes. See that sound? It's eerie. I got to talk about this. This is actually his voice and the way he's delivering this performance vocally. You know, when the music started, I don't know if I'm tripping. I started kind of feeling like the energy of like, I don't know if I'm in the right place. Like maybe a Soundgarden type of, you know, they're doing their own thing. I'm just trying to give you a, like, I don't want to say a comparable, but you know, like that's the energy I was kind of getting, like maybe a Soundgarden. The moment he started singing, he blew that idea out of my mind. I don't think I've ever heard a song like this in this realm. Now I could see, you know, I did a reaction to Incubus, right? And this being in like a similar playlist. But this is something else. Maybe I'm tripping. I had a long day. And as I listened to this, I'm like, what? I don't know. Something about his vocal performance. It's kind of like a whisper, kind of like a sing. It's soft singing, but it's rock. There's something to this. Now, within the way he's delivering it, it's hard to make out all of the lyrics, but I did make out he talking about ripping off the wings and laughing. You know, and this concept, I think, you know, interpretation's a mother, right? Perception is a mother. We all have different interpretations and perceptions, so bear with me. But when I think of the title, what I'm seeing, what I'm hearing, it could go in two extreme ways. And I don't know if he did this or they did this deliberately, but it's to me, it's ingenious, right? Change in the House of Flies. A house of flies is going to be dirty, grimy, bleh, right? And there's this possibility that in this environment you changed, it became better. You became awesome. You grew beyond this dirty trap house full of flies, grimy, right? House of Flies and change could also go the total opposite direction. You could love the trap house and the griminess full of flies and the grugh and be like a strung out addict in this trap house that's full of flies and lean into it. So there's two things. Like when you say change, it's, you know, it can go both ways, right? Change for the good, change for the bad. There's not really a middle ground with change, right? Because then action has to happen for change to happen. So it's either going to be for the better or the worse. And I thought that was ill because the House of Flies is like the baseline, this house of flies. But when he was saying things, I would, you know, just saying fly, flies, he flies. And I know we're saying flies as in like, I'm guessing the little insects, but there's something about just saying he flies, like the change in the good way, you know, like being an angel and flying, you know, like, hey, I think it's so interesting, the extremes, how you could be an angel or you could be a piece of fly on a piece of and this MFer could rip off your wings and laugh. I don't know. There's something to the mechanics of the lyrics on this song, but it is eerie, boss. It's so eerie. And it's kind of drawing me in, if I'm being honest. There's this weird mysteriousness and intrigue of the song, of the lead singer, his motions, his body movements. Everything is just like, I don't know. This is how you end up in that house that you shouldn't go in, you know, in a scary movie where you're like, you know, everyone's in the theater is like, don't go through the door. You're like, dog, I'm curious. Yeah. Anyways, let's go. We rocking with the Deftones. Change in the House of Flies. That looked like Alanis Morissette to me at first. That's crazy. I heard, I look at the cross, then I look away. I give you the gun, blow me away. That's what I heard from the lyrics, which is kind of insane, actually. Damn. I told you this was eerie. That's crazy. That's crazy lyrics. That could go in so many different directions. Let me listen. That drum part right here is kind of wild. He cooked right there. Oh, you hitting me with the fade out? Bruh, don't do it, man. That song is too gangster to just hit me with the fade out. It's the only part I don't like about this song is the fade out and these weird masks that look like Eyes Wide Shut. Y'all seen that? I did a movie reaction to it. That movie is insane. Anyway, the Deftones. Yo, there is something so eerie about this song. So I looked at the cross, then I looked away. So maybe I looked at faith, belief, religion, and I went away from it. Here's the since we're on YouTube, here's the blicky blicky, blow me away. That's insane. And then with the hook, because it mentions the wings in the hook again. I don't know. I don't know exactly what this means, but my interpretation in the offset is the change in the House of Flies. The House of Flies is the bass line. And the change can go in any direction. However, the way this was presented lyrically, vocally, and visually, this is a dark change, in my opinion. However, me just being this type of person I am, I do see that you could change, like the House of Flies, like you could come up, you could get out the hood, right? But even sonically, this is not telling me I'm getting out of the hood, right? Anyways, this whisper soft type of rock singing, I don't know, this is bonkers. I feel like I haven't heard this before, other than, for some reason I'm thinking something I've heard from Incubus might have, strung a chord for something like this. But again, I'm not an expert. I'm just a guy on YouTube who likes listening to music and is open-minded enough to check stuff out that's outside of my genre. So that's what brings me here, is curiosity. This is a banger. I don't think I have much else to say other than I'm curious. You guys let me know. What should I know about the Deftones? Is there more stuff I should react to from them? What's going on? The other one thing I like to highlight is their DJ. I love this era. I'm guessing this is the 90s, early 2000s, because the name the Deftones one is familiar in my brain from that era. Me, that's being like, how the highlight of your life is your 18 through your 20s. That was that time. And so their name rings a bell from that time period, but the DJs in the videos, like they actually had turntable lists for DJs in Linkin Park, freaking Limp Bizkit, freaking Kid Rock, apparently the Deftones, Incubus. Like, bro, it was just a different time. And knowing that they had a turntablist DJ in their group makes me know that they're connected to rap and hip-hop. They like hip-hop culture. They rock with it, actually. And that's what's dope, because when I started doing these rock reactions, especially classic rock and classic country, there's a huge percentage of that audience who's very disparaging to hip hop and won't give hip hop its flowers for things that it did do good in music, right? It's just all blah, blah. And these MFers right here, those rock guys, like the Deftones, Incubus, Linkin Park, Kid Rock, Limp Bizkit, they give the flowers to rap because they have damn turntablists in their damn groups, which is awesome. Anyways, that's my spiel, and I'm sticking to it. Thank you guys for rocking with me. Make sure to go check this out on their official YouTube channel. You can stream their music. If they still touring, get tickets. Show love to the Deftones. And hey, I'm Black P. I'll catch you on the next one.
Thank you for being some man. 40 years down the road, back again. FUQ boys. 40.
Blaka blah.